All right, we're doing back today. It's a little later. I took some pre-workout. That's the joy of being a caffeine addict. What can I say? And yeah, starting off with rows. It's kind of a rough couple of days. Haven't been able to get in here and lift. I've been doing a lot of elliptical though. As far as an update goes, I'm down 38 pounds now total as of this morning. So since October 13th, I'm down from 290. I'm at 152. Oh, and I'm going to start a mental performance coaching business. So if you are a bodybuilder or a strength athlete or a individual sport athlete, basically, I am available on a very limited basis because right now I still have a regular job. But that's my specialty, mental performance. And we're going to be talking a lot about that on this channel at this point. So, all right, let's do this. So I decided until I actually lose all the weight that I want to lose, I'm no longer going to be doing deadlifts or pushing really, really heavy weights. Of course, I'm going to push myself, but the weight loss is the priority, and pushing the heavy weights, after 2 weeks, I didn't want to come to the gym anymore. So I'm going to do things that I want to do. I want to come to the gym, have a good time. So we're going to go back to more of a maintenance of muscle maintenance way of doing things, which means I'm not going to do deadlifts. I'm going to limit my overhead pressing. I'm going to overhead press, but I'm not pushing for hardcore overhead pressing. And I'm going to do a squat pattern, of course. You always have to do a squat pattern, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to do squats anymore. So with that, we're kind of going back to a previous way of lifting, but that's okay, right? Okay. So something to think about while we're lifting is what actually are the elements of mental performance and improving mental performance. I'll let you think about that for a minute. You could put it down below in the comments if you want. Yeah, gotta get my mouthpiece. All right. So mental performance, we're looking at focus, concentration, confidence, the ability to use imagery. We're talking about your self-talk. Is it positive or negative? We're looking at your identity as an athlete or business person if it's business, or employee if it's just about employment, or even a programmer or a designer. We're talking about self-esteem, self-efficacy, We're talking about hope. All these things are what go into improved mental performance. And they all need awareness. And they all need, honestly, if you really want to take it to the next level, and I think a lot of elite athletes do this, even they do it on their own, but these need to be intentionally trained, just like picking up a barbell and having intent about getting to the gym and doing your aerobics and, you know, doing whatever form of training and skills acquisition you have to do. So another question is, are you training your mind purposefully, just like you're training your body? Think about this. One of the biggest issues that all athletes deal with, including elite athletes, and from what I hear, elite bodybuilders and strongmen really deal with this, is perfectionism, anxiety, and questioning their identity as strongmen or bodybuilders, imposter syndrome. That's one of the things that mental performance coaching can deal with. That's one of the things you really have to work on is anxiety, perfectionism, imposter syndrome, struggling with your personal identity. So where are you at with those things is a good question to always ask yourself, and how do you address them? So, I was listening to Quentin Beastwood, also his name is Quentin Araya, on a podcast, and he was talking about the stress of flying to Europe for a number of bodybuilding competitions. And he was also talking about European bodybuilding competitions are at night, not in the morning. And he was talking about the boredom and anxiety of waiting until the competition started, and how do you pass that time? And I was thinking, how would I, as a sports performance or a mental performance coach, help that person? And the first thing I would try and do is get them to focus on something besides the competition. At this point, let's de-stress. You have done everything you can. You've followed your process, you've done everything right, and you really believe in the package that you're bringing as a bodybuilder. So let's get you thinking, let's get your brain engaged in something else and give it a rest. Because all you've done in prep is think about food, how you look, and lifting. What supplements are you taking? What super supplements are you taking? So let's get you playing some games. Nothing that's really going to push you to be physical, because of course you want to keep your look. Let's get you playing games. Let's get you, I mean, you can only watch so many movies, so let's download some games. Let's get you meditating and doing lots of mindfulness training, really knowing who you are and becoming aware internally and externally. Let's get you doing mild physical activity, but not so much that you're going to lose your look again. Mentally, that would be my job as a coach, as a mental performance coach, is to how do we reduce anxiety, but help you stay focused, help you stay concentrated, and get you to the stage in those last days in the right frame of mind as well as the right body look. And if I really put my brain to it, I think I could come up with a whole lot of things that you could do. There's a lot of relaxation techniques, but you don't want to relax like totally out of your look. If you relax too much, you might not, your look might fade or something. So that's one thing like a performance coach could do. And that's one thing you got to think about as an athlete is what am I doing with my brain up until the point of competition? A lot of guys know what to do in competition. A lot of girls know what to do in competition. What am I doing up to that point? Here's a little tip for you. I recommend that every bodybuilder, pro or amateur, pretty much every strongman, sit down for 10 minutes minimum a day, start meditating. Some type of mindfulness training or meditation that will bring up your awareness, it will reduce your, and it will increase your ability to relax, oh my gosh, when necessary. Tip, Dr. Coe.
December is a long road to travel. When you don't know where you're going, the world is changing, and life keeps rearranging my plans. Day by day, I'm growing older as I think of my younger self.
Cool.